Europa Car is the new sponsor, one of the new sponsors for Arsenal, and they asked me to get involved, Arsenal, which I'm very happy to be here. And it's amazing. It's a great place, Excel, and I've been here quite a few especially the boat show was unbelievable. Yeah. But this World Trade Market is amazing, and so a lot of it is to do with the sponsorship, and it's great that I'm here to try and support it.
Yeah, what are you actually doing for Arsenal these days? Do you actually do anything for them? Do you still?
Well, I still do a little bit, bits and pieces here and there, and we had a really good do the other day, junior gunners, and a little bit on that. So I think you try and do a little bit of everything. I mean, I've got other things outside football now, but I love going back to Arsenal. I mean, that's where I was signed at 11 years old. And I was there for 21 years, so anything I can do for Arsenal, I'm very happy to do it. Well, I must admit, it was a lot easier to win trophies when I was there. I mean, it was only really Arsenal, Manchester United competing, probably for the Premier League. These days, Manchester City are a fantastic team, Chelsea are much better, Liverpool improving all the time, Spurs, it's very competitive now. But you're always hoping that one day Arsenal could try and get back into winning trophies. It was brilliant that they won the FA Cup last year. That was very important for the club after 9 years with no trophy, and especially for the players, because the players, the first trophy is always the hardest. So to win that last year with the nucleus of players they've got, the ages, hopefully they can go on and get a lot of confidence and belief and win another trophy.
What can they do to actually compete financially these days? It's like you said, Chelsea, City, they've got billionaire owners pumping money into the clubs and stuff. Can Arsenal match those levels?
Well, certainly now the club are in a great situation. I mean, the stadium itself is more or less paid off. I think Arsene Wenger, when he first set out with this new stadium, the main thing was for Arsenal wasn't going out and buying all these big players, getting the stadium paid off. Because in 20 years' time, when Arsene Wenger's not the manager, the club will be in a great situation. Now, obviously, the supporters now are saying, well, we want to try and compete with not just Manchester City, Chelsea. They want to compete with Barcelona, Real Madrid in the Champions League as well. So hopefully, I think it is changing because the signings of Ozil and Sanchez and players like that. Arsene Wenger is going out and spending big money on players now. So if they are available, I'm hoping that he can bring a few more players in that can really, close the gap between Chelsea and Manchester City.
After the weekend, Arsene said that there was a lack of street fighter instinct in players in Europe these days. Everybody goes through an academy system. Yeah. Probably not like they were when you were younger.
I was a bit of a street fighter, yeah.
Yeah. Well, exactly. So, I mean, is that right? Does that lack in today's game?
Well, I think Rooney's got that sort of mentality. I mean, working class background. A lot of players do come from a working class background. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, we got a ball. That was our Christmas present, and we'd be kicking it, 10 hours a day. So I think things have changed now. I mean, a lot of kids have got now computer systems and this, that, and they want to play on that. So I can see what he's trying to say, because you've got to be tough. It's mentally tough as well. You get ups and downs. You've got to deal with that. So I think they get really looked after now. I think they are a little bit spoilt as kids coming through the ranks, and when you get to 16, I had to clean dressing rooms and clean boots and do all the chores of trying to make it as a professional footballer, and I don't think they do that now, which I think sometimes it lacks in a little bit of character.
Yeah, and tackling's gone out of the game because of it, hasn't it? Due to the academy system, it's almost like a non-contact sport for these like 11, 12, 13-year-old kids.
But that's the rules now. I mean, again, in my day, you could always get one tackle for nothing. So you could go through someone and the referee say, right, that's your chance before we book you. So I think now, we want to be protected. I mean, we don't want to see loads of injuries when people going over the top and be sensible, but also you want to see good tackle. Tackling is an art at the end of the day. I mean, you get good tacklers and bad tacklers, and I think in a team situation you've got to have a blend of everything. A few hard workers, a few good tacklers, a few people can stick the ball in the back of the net, a few creative players. So I think that's what makes a team, and certainly tackling is a real art.
Is there anybody who's got that art down pat these days?
Looking at it. In Arsenal teams, there's a lot more flow in football now. I mean, probably if there's one player you need to buy, maybe Flamini's that little bit older now. He done a really good job before he went to AC Milan, breaking things up, and I think that's where we'll be looking probably in January to maybe buy someone like him, a midfielder who can break things up, good on the ball. Comfortable on the ball, but also very good at winning the ball back, and that's probably where they'll be looking to buy.
Any names you'd suggest to us?
Well, if I could get Matic from Chelsea, that would be nice, but I don't think we'd be able to get him. But that sort of player would be absolutely perfect for Arsenal Football Club, because they've got lots of flair players going forward. but you also need them players who can just sit in there and do a great job in front of the back four, which Matic has done brilliant for Chelsea.